No. Oh, all right. So we already got some people on. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Steven Draws video. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes for some people to come on, then I will start answering some questions. I'm a bit a bit out of breath because I just ran up and down the stairs a little bit. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem right now. I'm gonna fix this before the live starts so I don't have to look at it anymore. Just gotta make it look a little less like a random space to have white fur. Hello, hello everyone. Whoa, we already have 30 people on it. It's only been like 40 seconds. That's pretty good. Hello everyone. Hey there, hi there, and hello. Hi. I'm glad you guys can make it to my second live feed of drawing Callie the cat. I know I'm not narrating right now. Technically, I haven't really started, but I see problems in its ear already, especially with light shining on it. It's not actually that bright. Whoops. It's just because the light is shining directly on it. Hello, Steven. How's your day been? It has been pretty interesting, and I'm going to get into what I did later in the live feed. Just finished watching a little episode of, I'm not sure if you guys seen it, but Bob's Burgers. It's like, oh, thank you very much. We already have a donation. Good to see you again, helping with the car fund. I appreciate it very much. I am very, very thankful. I am getting really close to actually being able to get a new car, which is perfect since I am almost able to get my license. I don't know how it is like in the States or where everyone's coming from, but in Canada, you have to have exactly 2 years after you get your learner's permit before you actually can drive. So I got my learner's permit around June. So I have to wait till June before I can actually get my license, unfortunately. But that's perfect because around June is probably when I should be able to afford my first car. Now, I'm not sure how my audio is. If there's like a weird brushing sound, that's because my microphone is actually on my chest today. But let me know if there's a trouble with audio because I can always just take it off. Yes, it has been a while. Will the roads be safe with you on them? I mean, I would hope so. I've got lots of practice on a motorcycle, but not a whole lot of practice with cars. But considering my first time ever driving was on a slippery, wet gravel road with one flat tire, that wasn't on purpose, by the way. The tire went flat halfway through the drive. I think I got it, and I managed to stay in the in my lane. All right, so I've had a bit of an interesting day today. I'm just gonna talk really quickly about what I did. So I went on a little bit of a adventure with my dad. Basically, it was just meant to be a quick errand, but he was actually getting a blacksmith for his shop to get the gates done, so it looks a lot nicer instead of having those weird black flat or just random straight bars there. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, the only downside to that was right before I had to go stand with someone that my dad was doing business with, we decided to get Arby's. And now I don't know if you guys have ever got like the Arby's steak and cheese, or what was that? Beef and cheese sandwich, but that is the last thing you want to eat before you try to talk to someone. I already was like getting a little bit nervous because I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I just had to stand there kind of awkwardly. I didn't know what was going to go on. And then I had the Arby's steak and cheeseburger, or not steak, beef and cheeseburger. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to be as quick to explain it as possible. I don't think if I hold okay, if I held in whatever was trying to get out for any longer, I think I might have actually gotten sick. And then I proceeded to to destroy the inside of our car, which was interesting to say the least. But besides that, you know, it went pretty well. We went to Goodwill, dropped off a bunch of stuff. I'm going to pan the camera upward. You can see the basement, my little studio, is getting way emptier. Still got that, still got the cowboy costume down there, but everything else is just getting cleared out. I love the beef and cheddars on the onion rolls. Yeah, I got like oh that wasn't even the worst part. I got like a lot of the horsey sauce, which I'm pretty sure is just horseradish sauce with mayonnaise. That my stomach still hurts from that. Twas an interesting experience to say the least. Now that I've thoroughly grossed, or not really grossed anyone out, hopefully, but shared my bit of an embarrassing story on here, I feel like I can start narrating or describing what I'm doing here. So far what we have is Callie's face. Callie the cat's face. The cat's pupils are wrong. Actually, hold on. I'm going to show you right here. Whoops. This cat's pupils aren't very thin. They're actually pretty round. I'm actually going from a reference this time, and I'm trying to get it to be as close as possible. So maybe I can make it a bit pointed at the bottoms, but it's not really very pointy. He's got pretty round eyes for a cat. Arby's French dip is very good. Yeah, I actually haven't had that before. I've so far it's just been Arby's sauce and I think that's what it's called, and the horsey sauce, which at first, like when I first heard that, I thought my dad was joking when he ordered. Like I didn't expect horsey sauce to actually be something that they were selling. I thought it was just like a weird nickname for like the sauce that he gave it. 'Cause that's something my dad would do. Ask for horsey sauce. Anywhere else asking for horsey sauce sounds like really weird. What kind of car do you think you're going to look forward to being your first? Well, I was hoping maybe like a Jeep or something like that. Um, Mostly because like I know this is kind of a weird example, but if you've ever watched Top Gear, the Jeep was the only one that had no problems throughout the whole thing. Now, I don't plan on going off-road or or crashing into things on purpose anyway. But I just kind of liked how reliable it was and how I think it was James who recommended it. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a cool car. Uh, the only problem, I think, oops, this was the tripod, super tippy. Yeah. Hopefully I can get it to refocus. It's a tad bit blurry. I think that's good. There we go. Good because you can't get. Oh, okay, let's see. Good because you can't just hose out the inside of a Jeep after Arby's. Oh, yeah. Arby's is like it's like the Taco Bell of sandwich places. Yeah. If you've ever been to Taco Bell, I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was good though. I'd go back. I just would not recommend eating that before any kind of formal conversation at all. Callie is cute. I agree. Callie is a very cute cat. All right. So I'm gonna add. I need to find a way to make his ears look less like they're blended that much into his head. Like they come down a bit, like that. Oh, excuse me. I breathed in a bit of, I don't know what, probably dust. I did a lot of cleaning down here. And this basement hasn't really been renovated besides like building my room down here since it since it was new. So like when we were cleaning it, I'm finding stuff that I haven't seen in like a decade or more. Is the cat Calcio? I am actually, or let's see, Calico, not a Calcio. Whatever. I can't read comments that are going by that fast. Taco Bell equals run to the toilet, not the border, like they say. Huh. Well, I definitely agree with the run to the toilet. If you ever have Taco Bell, it is it is a bit of an explosive nightmare. It's good. I still eat from there. If their food didn't taste good, it would just be a lose-lose situation there. Um, and now it's like kind of a win-lose situation. I mean, at least the food tastes good, or most of their food tastes good. We went to like a Taco Bell before this was all happening. It was like somewhere in the States. I think we went to Oregon. But like for some reason, like it wasn't like normal. They had like these what are they called? Like potato wedges things? No, they're like what are they called? I haven't had them in so long. I think they're called tater tots. But they had like this weird seasoning on them, but I think they accidentally put like way too much on it because it was like, you know when you have something so salty that your whole face puckers up? It was like that. I think that was like my only really bad experience with Taco Bell though. Besides that, it's pretty good. All right, enough talking about fast food restaurants that destroy your insides. Now, now I'm going to talk about the Cali drawing we have going here. I like Arby's French dip. It's very good. I think Arby's is pretty underrated. I think like it's well usually when you drive by an Arby's there isn't like a whole lot of people in it or in Edmonton anyway. But I really like what they have. Maybe it's just because they're always in like the weirdest, most inconvenient places. Like there's an Arby's that we used to go to when we were little. There was like next to a play place kind of building. I don't remember what it was called, but like you had to go around this awkward corner in a parking lot behind a building to get to the Arby's. I think that maybe they should just find better locations for their stores or for their restaurants. It would probably do better. Uh, let's see. Great job. I love Arby's curly fries. I cannot read. I don't know why. All right, so now I think it's about time we got into this. And you're probably wondering what's with this going on underneath. Oh, thank you very much, Paula. Thank you very much for art supplies and to help you save for a car. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. Oh, and by the way, if when I move away from the phone, does it get quieter or is my microphone working? Oh, and I wish Arby's would bring back the chocolate turnover. I think I know what that is. It's like a little bread pocket pastry kind of thing, and it's got chocolate on the in the middle. Yeah, two live archbolts in one day. It is great. I like I'm really grateful that my dad actually shouted out my channel. I got 500 new subscribers in the last week. Thank you guys all very much, by the way. We're getting closer and closer to reaching 10,000 every day. And that's pretty crazy. I am very grateful. All right, so yeah, oh, let's see. Have you actually met this cat in your drawing or just the photos? Just the photos. I don't think I'm going to meet the cat, unfortunately. This is going out to a lady who commissioned me to draw her cat. She has a very cute cat, I must say, so it's no trouble to me, obviously, to draw it, or her. Oh yes, I was explaining the drip at the bottom. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just going to do pretty simple, just the chest fur. And then down here, I'm going to do like an artistic take where it's like Callie, but it stops where the drips are, so it looks like she's a painting. Like, I don't know, maybe like a spray-on painting. The person who commissioned this mentioned that she really liked the style where I got a little bit abstract and was colorful with it, so that is what I'm going to do. I have no idea how I'm actually going to make that work, but that's basically how all of mine go. Could you pan the camera to the picture, please? Of course, sorry, my tripod moves. It has a mind of its own. I actually started here and I haven't really been moving it. I think it's just because I haven't tightened it properly. So hold on. I'm just going to tighten the springs here. Not the springs. The little joints to keep them from moving around.
It needs a reference picture.
Oh, the reference picture. Okay. Yeah, of course. I am terribly sorry. All right, this is my reference picture right here. It's a little bit hard to see, but that's because I don't have the light focused right on it. Almost forgot to like. Well, that's all right. I guess I'll allow you to stay on the live feed. I'm just kidding. But if you do want to like the video, or if you like what I'm making, I'm pretty sure if you like it, it like promotes the video. I don't actually know. I'm pretty sure no one actually knows how likes work. I'm pretty sure it's just a way to get YouTube to promote the videos. But, you know, if you like what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm just using my finger for some reason. If you like what I'm doing, feel free to like, because it helps my channel out, I'm pretty sure. Did you sketch this out initially? Of course I did. You can't see it anymore, but usually, or almost all of my drawings have to start from a very rough sketch. And I usually don't even bother erasing it because the medium I use is so thick that I can just draw on top of it. All right, so let's see. How should I incorporate these drips, this little design, in with Callie here? It's looking great. Well, thank you very much. Hello. I'm glad you can all be here. I'm gonna grab a blue pencil crayon and a yellow pencil crayon and do the chest, the white part of it, with these, because I want it to look relatively bright since it's white, but I also want to make sure it looks colorful. That was Taco Time, not Taco Bell. Oh, actually, I think you're right. I might have went to Taco Time. Taco Time is Taco Time the one that has the tater tots? Yeah, maybe Taco Bell was the one with well, I don't actually know. Hopefully I didn't just diss the wrong restaurant. Both of them. Anything with taco in front of it, if you eat from there, you just better hope you're going to a place with a bathroom. Oh, this conversation about fast food that is bad for your bowels has lasted a bit too long. I think I should probably stop. Whoop. Getting too comfortable. I'm going to start talking about grosser and grosser things each live feed. All right, now I'm going to add a bit of pink in with the blue, because why not? I've also established that the light is coming straight down, so most of the shadows are going to be in this kind of area. Taco Bell has tots. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. They're very similar. I think there's a Taco Time closer to us, so it might have been that. I don't remember. I am now going to change the subject because I keep getting drawn back into the conversation. That's like the third time I said I was going to stop, and then I kept talking about it. And I have a bit of a problem going on there, huh? All right. So I guess. Oh, and I have my lead holder here as well. Hopefully I can. Hopefully I can. Oh, yeah, here it is. It was in my pocket. That's like the. You know, like the kind of people who ask you where their sunglasses are and then they're on top of their head? By the way, I've literally done that, so no judgment from me because I don't think I'm able to. That was one of those situations. I could feel it in my pocket and I didn't immediately think it was there. I was listening to an interesting podcast with my dad actually in the car. A bit of a subject change with a segue into a different topic here. About how to remember stuff better. Um, so obviously, I guess I didn't take their advice, but apparently, if you need to remember something and you don't want to forget it, you have to think of something really weird. Like if you want to remember eggs from a grocery store, you got to try to think of like chickens jumping around and bumping into each other or something weird. So your brain doesn't just think of it as something normal and it actually remembers it. Now, I don't know how true that is. I mean, apparently it was like a college professor or something that was telling it. Not 100% sure, but I probably should try to use that before my live feeds because I forget a lot of things. For example, I was using, oh, never mind. Oh, I was using this. This is what I was looking for, by the way. Do you ever use watercolors? I love them, but, oh, let's see. I love them, but I think they're all very difficult to use or to make right. There we go. I finally got it. They're very difficult to make right. I agree. I actually do use watercolors, and if you excuse me for just a moment, I will grab some. Or grab one of the paintings that I did very recently. I did this one during class. Well, let's see. Where is it? I'll be right back. My microphone is attached to me. So I'll just fade out for like, what, 15 seconds? I'll be right back. Hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, so it is a bit, it's a bit curled. I decided to store it in a weird way, but here it is. I'm gonna have to hold it with both hands. This is just a little painting I did of my grandma's farm during class. I think watercolor is very, very difficult to control, but it's one of my most preferred mediums. I actually took an adult painting class. I think I was in sixth, no, not sixth. I was in like seventh grade when I took that painting class. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna go put this back and get back to the live feed. Eventually, that is. There we go. Now, I actually did a picture of Callie before. I'm not sure if you guys remember or if you're new to the channel, but it was the one with like the cartoon flowers integrated into it. So that one is being sent with this one as well. It's been a while between those two times, but what can I say? I am very, very forgetful. I don't know where I just put my pencil. I don't know how you misplace. Yeah, there's another perfect example of how I can just be randomly forgetful. Hopefully I find it somewhere in the live feed. Oh, thank you very much. Music House. Excellent work, even more impressive that you can draw and have a conversation at the same time. Well, thank you very much. I have developed that skill. I've developed that skill by drawing in class. And then the teacher will like ask me a question and I'll be like, "What? What's going on?" So eventually I developed the skill to be able to talk, listen, and draw at the same time. Usually, it doesn't impact my schoolwork probably. I think that's actually That's probably where I learned to draw, at school. Yeah, I was talking about that last live feed. I used to have this little competition, this little drawing, almost a feud. I really wanted to be the best artist in the whole school. And I think I finally achieved it at the end of the year. I used to draw, oh, that reminds me. Here's another one of the characters that I used to draw. And here are some of the original ones. Oh, thank you very much. Is the watercolor going to be in the auction? No, that one is going in with Callie for free. I'd like to add an extra little drawing in. When you buy my art, I usually add an extra little drawing in just for fun. Just as a thank you gift, if you will. So now I'm going to draw the little characters, or one of the little characters that I drew in school. It was a cartoon penguin, kind of like the one from Wallace and Gromit, I think. There's his beak, there's a little eye. And he was also wearing a suit, but this suit was like for humans, so it was way too big on him. And the tie would be like laying on the ground, kind of like this, and the arms would be flat on the ground, like this. Something kind of like that. And I actually gave my teacher it. I don't know if she watches my videos now, but she was my 6th grade teacher, one of my favorite teachers to date. So she has, essentially, one of the first detailed drawings I've ever done. You better still have it. I'm just going to come to her class randomly and be like, hey, remember that drawing I gave you 5 years ago? You better still have it. Yeah, she used to have a bunch of kids' drawings on her wall. And she put mine like kind of near the middle. I thought it was because she liked it so much, but it was probably because that's where the extra space was. Either way, I was super proud of it at the time. Let's see. Wow, Greta, this has been a long time for a kitty. Yes, it has. Oh, let's see. What would a commission cost for a watercolor of my dog? Well, I'd be happy to do a commission for you guys. It all depends on size. So this one, this one is coming for free. I'm not charging anything, but this it's because I took too long to send the other guys. And it's kind of like a thank you for being patient with me. The other ones, so usually my art sells for around $80 for a drawing this size, but it varies depending on medium, stuff like that. So if you're interested, you can email archboldvlogs@outlook.com, I believe, and yeah, you can send your art inquiries there. I'd be happy to do a commission for you. I got a tad bit of a lineup. Oh, and also, I forgot yesterday, but I was supposed to show you the paintings that are going up for sale at auction. So hopefully, I remember this time. And if I forget, if I'm about to, wrap up the live feed, if you wouldn't mind saying something in the chat, that would help a lot. Hold on, maybe I can try my little theory that I learned today. I'm going to think of something really weird to try to remember the paintings. All right, so I don't, that's a weird but relevant way to think of it. Today, or on my parents' live feed, they're trying to figure out a way to paint the banisters that didn't leave like paint or paintbrush stroke marks. And someone recommended to use a sock. Now I'm just going to think about, using a sock to paint, to try to remember my paintings, but that, by the way, is something that I've done before. I've actually used a sock to paint. I'm going to pan the camera over, and hold on, if I can get it at the right angle. There we go. That fox in the background. You can barely see it, and it's getting darker. But for the background, I had this really watered down black paint. I was just running out. So I decided to use like an old sock that got a hole in it, probably from the dryer, I would assume, because I don't remember putting a hole in the sock or getting a hole in any of my socks. But I use that kind of like a sponge brush. And, excuse me. And essentially, it covered it with like this really nice gray, cloudy texture. So if you ever run out of, paintbrushes or something, and you have an extra sock or two that you feel you could use instead, I would recommend it. It's weird, but I would totally recommend it. So right now what I'm doing is just using my finger to blend the edges of the fur into that little splat there. And the rest of this, what should I do for this part of the cat? Because it's still included. It's not just cut off. Oh, I didn't expect it to, to make a line that well. I think so far, it looks like the reference. Here, let's see. Yeah, I was watching that earlier. I was gonna recommend thinking. I was gonna recommend thinking of Bob Ross. That's a good idea, actually. I think I might think of that instead. The problem with me remembering things is I am really good at getting off topic. The second I see something that needs to be changed or fixed, I get off topic completely. So like, let's say if I have to, I don't know, put up a YouTube video and then I see like this empty canvas that has like an outline on it. I'm like, oh, I should I should fix this instead of doing my job. Well, not really my job, but instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Mom.
Where do you want me to put that?
That's perfect right over by the mirror. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My mom's just taking the paintings down now, so now I don't have to remember. I guarantee I would have forgot too. Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. I still have more coming.
Let's see. As an ADHD person, I know how easy it is to distract oneself. Yeah, I think people like kind of overlook ADHD. I think, well, teachers especially, because if a kid has ADHD, they're kind of just seen as harder to control, but it's actually like a real mental condition. And it's hard to, it's actually hard to focus on things. So I think people need to bring more attention to that. Thank you, Mom. Oh, I think a nail fell out of the fox with the frame. The bottom of it came off. Do you mind looking in the garage to see if there's any extra nails? Or maybe ask Dad. Thank you. What was that silver tool you used to blend the ear? That is a paintbrush that I glued a spark plug. Whoops. I gotta pick that up. That was my main utensil that I was using. This is a spark plug that I glued and then taped onto this round bristle board brush. Not only because when I'm painting I have a tendency to chew the ends of a wooden utensil, so I just replaced it with something metal. So I can't do that anymore. Ow, that kind of hurt. But it's also really comfortable to hold between my fingers since it's bottom heavy, and I can do this, All right, so I think this is turning out pretty good. What do you guys think? I'm simultaneously too focused and easily distracted. I have a very similar problem, but it's probably just because I need to, I think I inherited this from my dad as well. I need to get everything done at once, and then I forget about everything else and just focus on that one thing. I feel like it's hard for me to focus on things that, I'm obligated to do, but the second I get invested in something else, I can sit there for hours. I can do it for all day if I need to. Let's see. You're doing pretty well. I like it. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you do. All right. What do you guys think I should do underneath the paint drippy area here? Oh, by the way, I am just gotta, oh no, I broke it. And I don't think I have a substitute for that. Oh, never mind. I do. I have 2 little pieces of black pastel left. Just going to create a bit of an outline with it. Make it look kind of cartoony and bubbly a little bit. So I'm going to read the comments and see what you guys think I should do for this white area of the cat. What do you think would look cool? Yes?
You asked me for a nail.
Oh, thank you. I told you I get distracted easily.
I went into the garage and Dad was painting the door and look at my foot now. It touched it with my
Oh,
foot.
I'm sorry. That's too bad. Right on her nice cat teacher socks. I don't know if it's all teachers or just my mom, but my mom is very proud of her very colorful, goofy teacher socks. She's got like cats on them. Some of them have like, well, I don't know, pineapples, stuff like that. You know what? All right, let's see. Hey, Steven, have you heard about NFT art? I have not. Can you explain it to me? Oh, let's see. I would use some of the cream and pink from the face and mix it with the black. Oh, by the way, the reason it's not blended in with the black is because if you look at this reference picture, this kitty has a bit of a patchy face. It's actually orange here, or here and here, I believe. So I'm trying to make the patches look a little bit separated so I can capture her cat the best I can. And I probably should look at this reference just a little bit more to get the pattern on his face a little bit better. There. I think that that actually helped a lot. Just fade it off to nothing, wispy. Actually, maybe I can do that for the bottom here. I regret adding the little cartoon lines. Maybe I'll nah, I'll definitely keep this, obviously. But just kind of blend that out a little bit more. By the way, this is all gonna come off so you can frame it. I'm leaving space for a frame on the outside. I did not do that for my last one, and it might cut it off a little bit. Let's see. It's hard to explain the best look. Look it up on popular YouTube. It is very popular right now, and it is big money. All right, well, I'll be sure to do that. And a way to remember that, instead of trying my weird memory techniques, is literally just writing it on this paper here. NFT art. There. Now I won't forget it. All right, so I'm going to read through the comments and let's see what you guys thought I should do in there. Let's see. Oop. Oh, fade it into blurry fur. Oh, I see. Fade this into the blurry fur. Ah. Or into blurry fur. That makes way more sense. I just needed to be reminded of the context. That is a good idea. And that's what I'm going to do. I have a bit of an itchy eye problem going on today. It's not pink eye, it's like all of my eyelashes are falling out at once for some reason. Well, not all of them, but I haven't had like a lot of eyelashes go in my eye, and today I've had like at least 5. At least. I must have been rubbing my eyes or something this morning, because that's like usually doesn't happen to me. Just gonna fade this down. Just being a little finicky. Oh, by the way, I can be, I'm gonna mention this again. I'm not wrecking the brush by being super rough with it. With the round bristle brush, you can basically be as brutal as you want with it. It does not matter. It doesn't, the bristles don't get wrecked. Like, I actually had paint dry in this brush, and I just rolled it really fast and hard, and usually it would like break a brush or kind of wreck it, but for this one, it did not. For this one, it fixed it. It got all the paint out. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have done that if it was like oil paint. I would have had to use a solvent for that. But for this, it worked really well. Or for acrylic, it worked really well. And just got to keep blending it like crazy. Now I'm going to use my finger because it's a rougher surface and I'm sick of using the brush. Too slow for me. Oh, that's a bit of an annoying noise. The squeal. Let's see. What are your thoughts on art books? I have a few. I have one really big one. I actually found it at Goodwill. They have a lot of really cool art supplies there. Sometimes they do. If you're ever just bored and you see a Goodwill, you can kind of go in there. And sometimes they have interesting art books, some supplies that are for cheap, and stuff like that. But yeah, I got it from Goodwill, and it's pretty interesting. I haven't really been super inspired by a lot of them since they're mostly like cubist. And that's not really my style. I haven't seen a lot of street art in those books. But I think it's because like street art is considered lowbrow, or that's what I've been told. I don't think it's lowbrow, but I mean like lowbrow is just a classification of art. Like I don't think it actually means like it's bad or anything. All right, I'm gonna add some color in there now. I am hopefully gonna get into doing more murals as soon as I can, because I really do enjoy spray painting and doing very colorful art on a bigger scale. So hopefully I can start doing that in the near future. That's kind of my dream. I want to be able to, I guess it would be kind of cool to have like an artsy shop like my dad's, except I sell like art supplies, stuff like that. Maybe something like, I don't know, something that I can share art with. And then I also want to be able to paint the side of it like with a big mural. Like, you know how they have those really big murals down in like, I don't know, New York has some, but not like that. Just a big mural of like a nice detailed cat or a lion or a tiger. I actually am designing a cool mural now of a tiger roaring, not from the side view like I did before, which you can see on my Instagram. That was an interesting segue. You can see it on my Instagram if you go to Stephen Draws. It's Stephen Draws, S-T-E-P-H-E-N, Draws with a Z. And my profile picture is the skull that I drew. It's got some flowers growing out the top of it. All right, so I think I can peel this off now and I can start to do a little bit of extra detail with pencil crayons. This is the most satisfying part. Hopefully it doesn't rip. That would suck. I pushed it down kind of hard, but it's painter's tape, so if it rips a paper, I'm going to be mad. Don't do it. Oh, it's thinking about ripping it. Now I'm scared. Oh, all right. That's one. Oh, this is the most nerve-wracking part of the whole drawing, I think. Whoops. Well, I didn't even realize those were balanced there. My desk is on a bit of a slant, if you guys did not already know. So all the pencils that were on there just decided to fall off. Oh, I put that in a weird spot. Whatever. You just cut that part off. An art cafe? What about that, Melissa? I was thinking of an art cafe, but not really like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking about. I think it would be cool just to be able to do art and also share other people's art. All right, that bottom part worked out nice. Well, thank you. Except for this, that's gotta go. Hopefully a frame can cover that, which I assume it will. And also when I ship this out, since it's oil pastel, I'm gonna add a piece of wax paper onto the front so it doesn't, whoop, so it doesn't smear. I'll just keep the garbage here for now. All right, so this is the beautiful cat in question that we have so far. Nice drawing. Thank you very much. Art studio and supplies. I was thinking about that, but then I realized, like, when I go into art stores, they don't really share people's art. It's more of just like a wall of like canvases and stuff. Like, it's nice, but not really what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I like the kind of vibe that my dad's store has, like where there's just a bunch of nice paintings all over the place, and they have like a bunch of random cool stuff. I don't know. I guess I don't really have to put a whole lot of thought into it since I am not going to be doing that for a couple of years. All right, so now I'm grabbing my pencil crayons. Big case of pencil crayons here. And I'm going to pick out, let's see, a white, if I have a nice white pencil crayon. Oh, actually, that was a unintentional high note that I hit there. Hopefully I don't do that anymore, but I'm probably going to. Let's see. We have a wailing wall, a huge mural on the side of the building, city block size, of a pod of a humpback whale, or a pod of humpback whales. That's really cool and an interesting coincidence because I am pretty sure I showed this in my last video, but I'm going to have to step back. I'm actually working on a humpback whale picture myself. Now, obviously this one isn't done. Its eye is like completely black. The, shadows aren't right. But this is what I have so far. And, don't want to have my finger in the way. I think it's turning out pretty cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at the bottom. I was thinking of like an Atlantis theme. What age did you start drawing? I think it was 2 years ago. I think I was like 15 or 14. I think I was 14 when I started drawing. That whale is so cool. Well, thank you very much. No, I don't know what's in front of my camera. Oh, I'm just not very smart. That was my book. I thought it was the edge of this tripod here. It is not. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. I actually wasn't really sure how to feel about that painting, but that was a bit of a nice. I lost what I was trying to say. Thank you for compliments, or thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate it. That one I didn't use a reference for. Not even a little bit. I just tried to think of what water in like a whale inside of water would look like. I should probably look at a picture of a whale before I keep going. I think that's how their faces are shaped. Now, I was debating between a humpback whale and a beluga whale, but humpback whales are easier to draw and easier to not really make mistakes on. Hey, Matthew, other Matthew, Doodle Saturday, that's right. It's been a while. So, well, actually, no, it hasn't. I did 4 now. This is my 4th. But they're all in a row. So a lot of people haven't actually seen them yet. The Doodle Saturday, by the way, that I did of that parrot, I posted the final product on the finished piece on Instagram again. Another segue to plug that channel. Had to shake the eraser bits off. Oh, by the way, I use erasers to blend oil pastel because it just rubs off like pencil a little bit. It lightens it up a bit. Oh, thank you very much, Jim Jackson. Steven, this is to be used for your new car fund. By the way, that cat is looking excellent. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate it. And everyone who has donated, I cannot express how thankful I am for all of you. Oh, and by the way, no, I don't want to sound like I'm not thankful for everyone else here as well. I'm very thankful for everyone here. That sounded a little bit bad. Well, you know what I meant. Thank you very much to everyone who can be on this live feed. I appreciate it greatly. Oh, and I'm getting a few new followers on Instagram. I got a few notifications. So that means that you guys are finding it. That's good. I like to plug, or I try to plug my Instagram a lot more in recent videos because I have a lot of unfinished art that I'd like to show you guys that I did not manage to get on YouTube. So, oh yeah, by the way, I posted that whale on there, the whale painting, on Instagram as well. So if you want to take another look at it, it'll be there. All right. So I'm just going to give you guys, oh, actually, no, I'm not done. Right here. Here's the problem area. Oops. I don't know what it is, but there is something that I need to fix. I think if I just lighten this area up, make it darker behind the head here, but keep it light. Oh, and in here, and I'm just using my finger because there's already black on it. Oh, and thank you very much for the followers on Instagram. I get a notification during the live feed. So, yeah, thank you guys very much. So I'm going to go over what we have so far. And my phone battery, for some reason, is probably because I'm not at 100% or full brightness right now. Hi from Queensland, Australia. Sunday afternoon here. Love your drawings. So clever. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very, very much. Hold on. Oh, that's weird. So right now what I'm using as a microphone is my headphones, and there's a little microphone attached at the bottom of it. But when I took it off, since they're like noise canceling, my ears like popped. I'm just going to use this big chalk stencil brush, which I use for acrylic paints, even though I'm not supposed to brush the little bits away. Because if I use my hand anymore, I guarantee I'm going to smear it a lot. All right, so what should I add? This is up for you guys. What should I add that you guys would think would be interesting? Do you think I should add anything in the white space, or should I keep it just white space? The cat looks like it wants to scratch me. You know, I feel like that's kind of a little bit true for a lot of cats that I've met anyway. Cats don't necessarily like me. Except for like the cat next door that I used to babysit. Or not babysit, it's a cat. Cat sit. I used to cat sit for the neighbors when they went on vacation. That cat was nice. All the other cats, they hate me. Maybe they can smell the bias on me. They can smell I'm a dog person. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Interesting little fact that I found out recently. When cats stick their tongues out, I think it's called like a blep or something like that's what the internet calls it. It's actually smelling pheromones in the air. That's how it tells if other cats around it are male or female. It sticks its tongue out. Kind of like a snake. A little bit. A little bit like a snake. That's an interesting little fact. It's cute though. I think I've never actually been aggressively attacked by a cat. I've just been like, you know, I think everyone who has been around a cat has been clawed by one at least once. I think the only reason it hurts is because they got like gross stuff under their nails. And a lot of cats play that way as well. Here, let's see. I'm going to read some comments. Very interesting fact. White makes the cat pop. Yeah, I think it does. I don't know how the eraser did such a good job on this part. There must be a bit of acrylic paint underneath it or something, because that came off way too easy. Many times, but most of the time it was my fault. I think that's what the cat wants you to think. He's tricked you. No, I think cats are a lot more. I don't know. It feels like you've achieved something when they sit on your lap because it's so hard to get them there. Like you have to earn their trust each day. Yeah, every time I try to call a cat, it'll only come like, except for my grandma's weird farm cat. Super cute, but like it's basically a dog. Like you can call its name and it will come. And it just came out of like nowhere. We don't know where that cat came from. It's just a random super friendly farm cat that hates all the other animals besides humans. Like my dog is terrified of cats. Probably because he's tiny, but I'm pretty sure that's not how that's supposed to work. Pretty sure cats are supposed to be the ones scared of dogs. Oh, thank you very much, Adri's Retro and Vintage. It's so beautiful. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so. The more I practice with these oil pastels, I think the better I get. This is more fun, in my opinion, than using pencil crayons, only because not only is it faster, but it's easier to work with because you can use your finger to smudge it. Yes, I agree with leaving it white. All right, I will keep it. The cat looks a little drunk. Well, you know what? I think I might agree with you there. Not in the reference picture, of course, in the drawing I've done. I'm not trying to call if you're in the what's it called? Oh, live feed. If you're in the live feed, I'm not trying to call your cat drunk. It's just in this picture that I'm drawing. Hopefully I can fix that a bit. And he's got this little black patch on his chin. Right here. Kind of like a, what's it called? Tiny little chin beard. I don't remember what these things are called. I overthought it and then I forgot. Yeah, that's all right. You know, I think you might be right. His eyes are yellow though. Maybe he's just a very calm cat. Very true. Love the mouser cats. Yeah, they're most of the like the vicious cats that like at my grandma's house or at the farm. I've been to a couple of farms like in my time because my dad goes on a lot of pics. Every time they have a cat, the farm cats are so friendly. I don't know if it's because they're deprived of attention or something, but like the friendliest cats I've ever met are farm cats. No, I've met a couple like super friendly house cats, but like the majority of the time, the friendly cats are farm cats. I wonder why that is. Oh, awesome, Katie. Thank you very much. My grandparents had farm cats. My grandmother was freaked out when I brought one into the house. I think they have like ticks or something. There's a very good chance that if you bring a cat in from like just outside, it's gonna have like ticks or something on it. At the time, like when I was a kid, and I like let the random farm cats into my grandma's house, I didn't understand that. Yeah, my grandma has like a couple stray cats. They just like show up at her house, so she makes sure to leave food out for them. Most of the stray cats now aren't really stray. They're more of like just her seasonal pets, I guess. They just come back for food every couple months. I don't know if that's just a farm cat thing, but they keep coming back, so I guess it's a steady source of food. They eat healthier, therefore they are less cranky. I wouldn't necessarily say they eat healthier. Have you seen what they eat off the farm? Like I've seen cats eat like balls of just fur. Not from the cat, by the way. Like there's like this horse pen, and sometimes they'll get like their tail stuck in the wire, and some of the hair like will like be on the ground. I've seen like cats eating that. I mean, a lot of cat food brands. Yeah, I agree. They can't be that good. Like there's just a bunch of random stuff in them. But I mean, if you look through like all the different brands, I'm sure there's like healthier options. Then again, it's also kind of hard for people. Like, you can't just get the healthiest cat food because at the end of the day, it's going to be super expensive and, you know, hard to actually afford all the time. I think the reason cats are so cranky is because we pet them too much. I think the best way to get a cat to like actually be super friendly is to just kind of let it do its own thing. Give it like the silent treatment for cats a little bit. We had a cat that brought a different baby bird for a few days. The last day it brought the mama bird. Oh, that cat had like something against that bird family. Rodents and lizards are healthy options. Lizards. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I guess rodents kind of. Usually I never really see the cats eat the rodents. They just kind of bring them to me. I think they're threatening me. I know people say it's because they like me and they're showing, oh, or they're trying to give me food or something, but I'm pretty sure they're like, look what I did to this mouse. This is going to be you, kind of thing. You're next. Most of the dogs that, like, for me, I actually never really was around a lot of little dogs. So it's kind of weird that we got a tiny little Yorkie, who, by the way, is like super cuddly for some reason. I think he's just like, he's given up on trying to run away from my cuddles. But like, I used to hang around like really big dogs all the time. Like, not big dangerous dogs, like labs and stuff. So it's kind of weird. Oh, and my mom never really grew up with small dogs either. So I think the only reason we got Chewy is because he was supposed to be hyperallergenic, which basically means he doesn't shed. But it doesn't keep you from having allergies. It just make you basically have to build up your immune system to them because you're not allergic to just their fur. You're allergic to their skin and their drool and their urine, or most people are. So if you're thinking about buying a hyperallergenic or hyper something genic dog, it's not going to keep you from getting sick, but it is a lot nicer to not have to clean up all the dog hair. I have to vacuum a lot less than I would if I had a big dog. Steven, you love my collie. I really like big dogs. They're super cute. Or I guess it's not really that big of a dog. It's like a medium dog. I don't, I guess I have a size classification for dogs. Dogs actually never are really that big, except Great Danes. I've noticed like no dog is like just as big as a Great Dane that I've seen. They're huge. They're like horses essentially. They're definitely not lap dogs unless you have like a lap of steel. They must crush you. They're really big dogs. Whoops. Well, that's not good. I managed to I managed to not bring a chair with me. I just tried to sit on nothing. This is the second time in a row. You'd think I had noticed that I didn't have a chair. My desk is at my waist height, so essentially it's a standing desk. I like to stand when I draw, unless I'm sitting like really weird. I don't think I ever have like big dogs are not dangerous. It's all in how they're raised. I agree. I think they did like a study on that. Like almost all big dogs are just as friendly as little dogs. The only reason people are more afraid of big dogs, I think, is because of their size. I've seen a lot of really mean tiny dogs. If that tiny dog was any bigger, it would probably like eat me. Especially Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas are like, they're like the meanest little dog. They're cute, but they're mean. Unless, you train it good. But since they're small, I think a lot of people just kind of ignore it when they're, barking or stuff like that. Plus, they're more prone to barking and stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know what I'm talking about. I just droned on about animals for 15 minutes. Well, what's that? I just got a random notification. I don't know what that's from. People keep trying to scam me, say like my car insurance is overdue or my Netflix account, I lost my password somehow and we owe you money for some reason. It never works, by the way. I don't know if I doubt anyone in here will ever watch my videos that also does like text scams, but like does that ever actually work? Like who falls for that besides people who don't understand the internet or who don't like necessarily understand how the scam works? Because like you can't say to someone that their Netflix account, like I guess it's just all a shot in the dark really. It's kind of mean. By the way, the text I got, I'm not just rambling randomly about scammers for some reason. The text I got was a fake Netflix notification. By the way, I'm like 90% sure they don't text you unless they have like a verification code to send you. Like if you're trying to sign into your Netflix account and they send you a verification code, that's like the only reason they would do that. I almost got scammed by one of those. Yeah, do not click on those notices or notifications. They will screw up your life if you're not real careful. That is absolutely true. They can like share your information, steal your money. It's pretty bad. And they take advantage of people who don't like know what's going on or not familiar with with how it works. I don't know. I don't know how people like that can, I don't know, kind of live with themselves. I guess they have to like support themselves in their own way, but it's putting someone else out of money. So it's just not a great thing to do, as I'm sure everyone here already knows. All right, so I think this is as far as I can go. I am at 10% battery. So let's just do a quick little pan over. Show you what I did. I don't know what I was expecting to say. Here's a picture of a cat, guys. This is my picture of Callie. Let's see. You know, this is a weird thing that I do at the end of my drawings, but I'll just randomly look through it in the light for fun.
Are you not showing them the paintings?
Oh no, I'm going to, don't worry. Thank you for reminding me. I almost did forget. So this is like a weird tradition that I have. When I finish a drawing, I will randomly hold it up to like a light just to see what it looks like through it. Now this one isn't necessarily that bad at all. I have a few that have like, it's hilarious. It doesn't even look like my drawing at all at that point. Okay, so I'm just going to set my phone, or I'm going to cover my phone because it's a bit of a mess over here while I grab my paintings. And I'll show you them one by one against, let's see, well, just right against where that whale was. All right, so these are all going to be up for auction, by the way. This is one of the paintings. You can't really see it. All right, you know what? I'm just going to hold it up. You could hear me, ow, got a bit of sore knees from all the walking I did. You could hear me kneel down on the hardwood floor. So this is one of them. It's a blue ostrich that I did. I think it turned out pretty cool. And it is one of my first paintings that I actually did like of an animal. One of the first ones. And it's original, by the way. This is not a print. This second one I have, hold on. I'm going to put it right in front of it. Is a cow. This cow, I thought it would be kind of cool if I put it in like a, or I guess it's more of like it's a bull. Very fluffy looking. Oh, my finger's in the way. And my hand's a bit shaky. That's why I have a tripod. What is the significance of the crown? I probably haven't really explained it on my YouTube channel, which I probably should have, but when I see like a lot of really cool like tags or graffiti pieces or like works of art like that, there's always like a little crown on top, and I think it's really cool. So there's this guy, and these are all original again. So, oh, by the way, this is the first one. This is the first painting of an animal that I did ever. All right, so then we got this lion. This one's pretty big. It's pretty colorful, I think. Just got to touch up the nose a bit, but when I am done, I'm sure it will look really cool on like a wall or something, because that's where I had it. And then I have the last painting here, and it is of a blue fox. And it's already framed. I probably am going to have to take it out of the frame. This one has a very, very sly expression, I guess. Makes sense since it's a fox. This one turned out pretty good. I did this one during class, during my art class. This is my first piece for art class. So, that being said, I'm going to walk back over here, show you the picture we have right here. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed the live feed. Thank you all very much for coming. Auction ships internationally, correct? I believe so. I think that's right. I'm gonna ask my dad after, and then I'll make a post on Instagram and on YouTube about it, just in case. But I am 99% sure that they do. All right. So thank you all very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed. And this is the piece in oil pastel. And by the way, if you want to see my paintings go up, it's on Kastner Auctions, or going up on Kastner Auctions. I'll do a little post of where it will be and when it will go up later, but so far this is what we have. I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time. Oh, I don't sign this one. I signed the other ones on the back, by the way. I probably should have clarified. They're all signed. They all have my signature on it. And they all will be coming with an extra little picture on the back, like a little surprise. That's how you know it's an original. So, until next time, bye. Oh, there we go.